Man, I thought the WBO was bad. But I think I just came to the conclusion that the worst sanctioning body out there, the worst sanctioning body got to be the WBA, man. I don't care if WBA is the oldest sanctioning body we have in boxing. That got nothing to do with me. But as of right now, I've come to the conclusion they got to be the worst sanctioning body out there. Now, I just read this article. I'm going to leave the links in the description box. That Guillermo Rigondeux, if he does so happen to lose to the man Vasyl Lomachenko, then he will be stripped of his 122-pound WBA strap, a super bantamweight. And mind you, this guy Guillermo Rigondeux is going up 2 weight classes to 130 pounds to face Vasyl Lomachenko. I can recall watching fights like Triple G versus Kell Brook. I seen Kell Brook get beat up, and he didn't get stripped of his IBF strap. He actually defended it again on his next fight. And he also went up 2 weight classes to fight the man Triple G, Kell Brook did. Okay? I even seen fellas like Anselmo Moreno. He ain't go up 2 weight classes, but he came up from 118 to super bantamweight to fight the man Abner Maris, and he got beat up. He lost. He came back down in weight to 118. He defended his title. They didn't strip him of his title. Okay? And I believe he was the WBA champion at the time too. And he went up to face the WBC 122-pound champion. He ain't get stripped. Okay? There's numerous fighters who've gone up in weight to challenge themselves. And if they so happen to not get it done, they came back to their regular weight class and they ain't get stripped for their title. Look at Jose Napoles when he went up to fight Carlos Monzon from welterweight to middleweight. He lost. He came back down to his regular weight class. He ain't lose his title. Okay, so the WBA, man, you see, this is where Rigondeux is probably the most discriminated against fighter in boxing, man. This guy can't win to save his life. Even if he does win, like how he beat Nonito Donaire in 2013. And at the time, to be honest, Guillermo Rigondeux was Vasyl Lomachenko before Vasyl Lomachenko. Wasn't Guillermo Rigondeux on Top Rank? Wasn't Bob Arum promoting this guy? Got this man early title shots, beating up fellas like Rico Ramos and Donaire. In less than 10 fights, was a unified champion. You tell me when Vasyl Lomachenko ever been unified in his life. You tell me when Vasyl Lomachenko's even held a lineal title. As you see Rigo got right there in the flick in front of you. You know what I mean? You check it. So he got to be the most discriminated fighter. You know what I'm saying? Because this guy, Guillermo Rigondeux, he's trying to do the right thing. He's trying to get fights. He's trying to get the big fights, trying to get all kind of opponents in the ring with him, but nobody wants to fight him. Now the man got to jump up 2 weight classes to fight the man Vasyl Lomachenko, which is a hard task as it is, going up 2 weight classes to fight anybody, let alone a champion in that division. And you trying to tell me if he loses and he comes back down to his natural weight class, he has to lose his title? They trying to throw it to Moises Flores. What the hell has Moises Flores done? Besides try to get out of that fight with Guillermo Rigondeux. That's the kind of fighters we got these days, man. Some soft kind of fighters, man. Fellas who ain't trying to take no risk like Guillermo Rigondeux, who trying to get out, trying to get out the fight by any means necessary. That's what the hell the man Anthony the Dog Durrell did against Dennis Mama's Boy Dolan. You know what I mean? He seen Dennis Boy Dolan was about to start putting paws on the man. The man got out the fight. He asked the referee to stop the fight because he has a cut. Like, isn't this boxing? These fellas supposed to fight through all kind of all kind of turmoil and hardships, but these fellas trying to get out the fights, you know what I mean? And Guillermo Rigondeaux and the WBA, I don't know what to say, man. The WBA, they just disrespecting this man. Like, they don't want him to be a champion. They've already stripped him before just to gave the man Scott Quigg a title. They gave it to him. Scott Quigg ain't beat nobody to gain a title. And it was a regular title at that. But let them tell you when he fought Scott Quigg fought with Carl Frampton. That was a unification. Unification how? That man didn't even have a regular title. Just like Danny Jacobs. He ain't bring his regular title to the table when he fought Triple G. But this ain't about them fellas. This is about the the injustices this man Guillermo Rigondeux's facing, man. And that's why I'm rooting extra hard for him, man. You see, Vasily Lomachenko, this guy ain't done nothing that Guillermo Rigondeaux hasn't done. And that's a fact. And don't come and tell me, oh, Vasily Lomachenko's a two-way champion. Oh, the man went up and beat Rocky Martinez. Rocky Martinez wasn't even the best champion at 130. And matter of fact, come December 9th, Guillermo Rigondeaux will be a two-way champion too. You know what I'm saying? So there ain't nothing you can tell me. And that's going to be another pound-for-pound scalp he got on his resume. Guillermo Rigondeaux, I've seen him. He's on his Instagram. The man's putting in work, but it's a damn shame how the WBA is trying to treat this man. You know what I mean? Because basically, they basically telling the man, we don't want you as our champion. We'd rather have Moises Flores. And according to the WBA, they say they didn't give the man Guillermo Rigondeaux permission to fight the man. Vasily Lomachenko, because he does have a mandatory. He still has to fulfill a rematch with the man Moises Flores. Who told Moises Flores to get out that fight and try give Guillermo Rigondeaux, try make the powers that be, including Jim Lampley and HBO's telecast, and Vic Draculich, they tried to make Guillermo Rigondeaux lose that fight. So hopefully this man Guillermo Rigondeaux hopefully he overcomes all this discrimination against him, man. I don't care what nobody says. This fighter right here, man, has gone through the most discrimination I've seen from a boxing perspective, probably in all of boxing since I've been watching boxing, man. This man gonna lose his title after going up 2 weight classes. Why the WBA ain't snatch it from Anselmo Moreno? How comes? You know what I mean? How comes? And Anselmo Moreno was on the pound-for-pound list too. So it's Guillermo Rigondeaux. Actually, Rigondeaux was higher ranked. So the WBA, like I said, they gotta be the worst. And one of the reasons I say they the worst, look at this fight we had over the weekend, the fucking snooze fest, Emmanuel Char versus Ustinov, okay? And that fight was for a WBA regular title. Just 2 years ago, the WBA was talking about consolidating all their titles, putting them together so they could have just one champion. I said, man, I'm going to see it when I believe it, because they, in my opinion, they ain't making no efforts to, to get rid of all these other minor titles that they have. WBA regulars and interims. Look at Jamie McDonald. Jamie McDonald at 118 is very content with just being the regular champ. He has no incentive of even trying to fight the regular champ. I'm sorry, the super champ at 118. You know what I mean? Who's Ryan Burnett now. It was Zakianov before. Before Zakianov, it was Rashi Warren. You know what I mean? He has no incentive of fighting these guys. You check it. And what incentive does the WBA have of getting rid of these regular titles and interims? None whatsoever. Because guess what? Whomever holds these nut-ass titles got to pay sanctioning fees. More money in the WBA's pocket, man. So the WBA belt look all nice and pretty. Black joint with the gold, with the kind of mirrors on it. It's the oldest sanctioning body out there. But believe you me, they full of BS, man. Full of BS, you know what I mean? Because what they doing to Guillermo Rigondeaux is unjust, uncalled for, and hopefully Guillermo Rigondeaux goes laughing to the bank and laughing at the WBA and all the critics and skeptics and everybody who's doubting the man. He gonna show him December 9th. Be March Boxer. Leave your thoughts and comments, and I'm gone. 1.